Everyone always says that all you need is a cell phone and you can go and create these awesome videos. Well, if that's the case, then why is everyone always shooting on all these DSLRs? Well, the answer to that is really that it's kind of hard to shoot on your cell phone. It's not as easy as it sounds. I mean, it's easy to say that all you need is your cell phone, but once you actually go and sit down and try to make the video with your phone, you run into all kinds of issues. So in this video, I'm actually gonna show you how to set up your phone properly so that you're ready to go and you're ready to start creating videos with that phone. And I'm bringing out all the secrets in this video so that you guys can be successful and get those videos up online so that you can get more views and make more money, because money is fire and videos, there are lighters.
So welcome to the fire.
What's up guys, Augie Johnson here with vidchops.com, where we're here to help you create more videos and better videos through our flat rate video editing service. So if you're interested in that, head over to vidchops.com. Otherwise, stick with me because I'm gonna help you out and get you all set up today so that you're ready to create these epic videos using just your cell phone. I mean, why even use your cell phone to create videos? Everyone always asks like, hey, what's the best camera I should use for my YouTube videos? And the answer is always the one that you already own. Because honestly, when you're first starting out, it's not really about having the most professional footage that you can get, because honestly, your camera presence, your delivery, and all that kind of stuff just needs a ton of work. So my recommendation is to bust out that phone and set a limit. Tell yourself, hey, once I've created at least 50 videos with this iPhone, then I'll go and buy a more expensive DSLR or some other kind of camera. That's a great way to do it, and what you're gonna find is that you're gonna get better and better at creating these videos. And with most YouTube channels, the first like 20 to 50 videos, I mean, not a lot of people watch, and most people are actually embarrassed of these videos later in their YouTube journey because, like I said, your camera presence and your delivery and stuff is just not as good as it will be in the future. Not to mention that your iPhone is basically free if you already own it. It's super accessible, as it could just be in your pocket. When there's any time you want to grab a quick shot of something cool that's going on, you can just pop it right out of your pocket. It's easy to travel with, and one of the cool things about it is that after you record your footage, it can automatically upload to the cloud or to some cloud storage service online so that you don't even have to mess with memory cards and all that kind of stuff. And you have to remember that it's not just a camera phone. You actually can edit your entire video on just your smartphone. But like I said earlier, the biggest problem is that once you go and you set your iPhone up and you start recording, you're gonna start running into all these different issues, and we're gonna talk about how to avoid those issues in this video. So if you do make the decision to start using your phone, here's the first thing that I advise that you do. So step number one is to just factory reset your phone. It's really not that hard. It's just a Google search away. So if you were to search how to factory reset my phone, you're gonna find some instructions. Follow those, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna actually delete everything that's off your phone. So if you have stuff on there that you wanna save, make sure you back it up. But that's a good way to start, because one of the biggest issues people run into when recording with their phones is they run out of space. And once it's reset, you can just install like your most crucial apps that you use the most often, so that you're not using up any other space with unwanted apps or games or other things that you probably should have deleted a long time ago. The next step that I recommend is that you clean your lens. I mean, your iPhone is probably in your pocket like mine just was, and just bust it out, make sure the lens is clean before you record anything. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is decide on, are you gonna record your videos with the rear camera or the front camera, right? So the front camera's on this side, the rear camera's on this side, and the difference is that the rear camera is normally better quality, but it's a little bit more challenging, right? Because you can't see yourself. I personally, if I were you, I would start off with just the front facing camera, the one on the front, so that you're able to make it easy on yourself. And then as time goes, as you get more comfortable, things are running a lot quicker, your lighting is good, you know what you're doing, Then you can flip over and start using that rear camera and just get it set up, you know, in the space that you want with the right frame, and then hit that record button and then jump right in front of the camera and start delivering your lines. And if you're shooting videos kind of like this one, which are called talking head videos, then you're gonna wanna make sure that you get a decent tripod that's gonna be compatible with an iPhone holder. Now most tripods are, and what an iPhone holder is kind of something like this, where you're gonna stick your iPhone right in between these two clamps so that it'll hold your iPhone just like this. And just like all tripods have that little screw or that little bolt that sticks up, you can see at the bottom of this will just screw right onto that. And now I can use my front facing or rear facing camera. And depending on what you're shooting, you're gonna wanna shoot either in horizontal, or maybe you're shooting like an IGTV and you wanna make sure that you get that phone vertical. And kind of the last quick little tip as far as getting set up is to make sure that you turn your phone onto airplane mode before you hit record. Otherwise, all these little pop-ups and push notifications are gonna be happening while you are actually recording. And now the next thing that you're gonna wanna do is choose a cloud storage service. So for example, if you have an iPhone, you might wanna use iCloud. It's gonna automatically sync all your footage up into the cloud. Now, one thing you gotta be careful of is when you go and you record a video with your phone, and let's say that almost all your storage gets taken up, so it uploads, it's on iCloud, you gotta be careful, because if you go in there and delete it off your phone, it's also going to delete off of your iCloud. Those things are like mirrors, they sync to each other, and the iCloud is gonna show exactly what's on your phone. So if you delete it off your phone, it's also gonna delete off iCloud. But what I do is I record it on my phone, and then when I'm sleeping or whenever during the day, it just uploads to iCloud, and then I go onto iCloud and I just download it later and just put it on my computer or on an external hard drive. That way I have the footage, I can go right back to my phone, I can delete everything right off of my phone and clear up all that space and not lose my footage. Other options are like Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive. Do your research and choose one that you like. I personally use iCloud for this because I think the upgraded plan is only like $1.99 a month. So at this point, your phone is cleared off, you got plenty of space to shoot all kinds of videos. You got the cloud storage where it's automatically gonna upload to, so you don't have to worry about plugging in your phone and trying to remove it from your phone. You can just download it later at night onto your computer. And the last step is to choose what kind of app you want to use to record. Like I said, I have an iPhone, so I normally will use just the regular iPhone camera app to record my videos. I can do slow motion, I can record in 1080p, I can do a lot of cool stuff with that app. But one thing that's kind of missing is like more manual type controls. Like for example, if I wanted to shoot in 4K, then I'd actually have to go into my settings and change it to 4K and then change it back to 1080p. And it's gonna actually take a lot of space on your phone if you do wanna shoot in 4K. So I recommend 1080p, but remember that camera app has like a lot of automatic settings. So if you're going for like a certain look, or maybe you just want to have like more manual controls, then you're gonna actually need a separate app for that. Kind of the main app that everyone uses, kind of like the industry standard for mobile iPhone creators, and that's the Filmic Pro app. And the cool thing about it is that it offers all those manual controls like you would have in a DSLR. Like you could increase or lower the ISO, or change the exposure. You can do all these different little manual tweaks, add filters, all that kind of stuff to create a really good looking and professional looking video. Like I said, with the regular camera app, the exposure is gonna be changing as you walk through different lightings, and there's all these different like automatic settings that it has, which is great. I like that, I use them, but sometimes you wanna go for that different look and you're not able to do that with that actual app. And kind of the last step in this whole process is to figure out how you want to record your audio. If you don't want to use like a mic that clips onto your shirt, like a lavalier mic, then you're gonna wanna probably get a shotgun mic. Really the best one that you're gonna want for your phone if you're gonna use a shotgun mic, and that's the kind of mic that sits right on top of the camera, is just, you're gonna wanna get the Rode Video Micro. The cool thing about recording like this is there's not like any external audio. The audio that you record is gonna go directly into the footage and be synced up already ready for you to start editing. Another way to record audio is by using a lavalier mic. Now these are these tiny little mics that you can clip right onto your shirt and then plug into your cell phone. Now this one's actually from Rode. It's a very high quality one. I like it a lot. But the thing about it is it has a very short cord. So what I'll do when I want to use this one is I'll actually use 2 cell phones to record. I'll use one for the video, and then I'll also have my old phone in my pocket, and I'll plug in this little adapter right into that cell phone that's in my pocket. I'll hit record on the camera, and then I'll just record my video, and then in post-production you can actually automatically sync that external audio to the footage that's on your phone, and it helps you deliver very high quality audio. You also can find lavalier mics that have a lot longer cords, so you could just plug it directly into your iPhone that you're recording from as well, tag it onto your shirt, and then that audio will already be synced up when you go to edit the footage. And the last and final way is to just use the built-in mic that's on your camera. That's fine, you can do that. The only thing about that is that you need to make sure that you're pretty close to the camera. So for example, people ask me, why are you standing so close to the camera in your videos like I am right now? And part of the reason I do that is because I'm using a shotgun mic. There's a mic sitting on top of my camera. So just like with your iPhone, you want to be kind of close if you're going to be using that as your mic. If you're too far away, this audio is going to sound terrible, and you know, audio is super important in your videos. I would say as long as you're like 1 to 2 feet maximum away from the actual mic on your camera, you should be fine. Just make sure you're not in a room that has a lot of echoes and stuff like that. It'd probably be best to record in a room that has carpet instead of tile, that has curtains on the walls, and if not, if it is an echoey room, then you're gonna have to, you know, use some soundproofing, kind of like I have over here on the wall, to help deaden that sound and make your audio sound better. Okay, so to sum this whole thing up, here's what you need to do. Number 1, you need to factory reset your phone. Number 2, you want to make sure that you're able to get your phone set up in a good way on a tripod so that you're able to kind of record stress-free. The next thing I recommend is you figure out what kind of cloud storage service you want to use. I use iCloud personally. Then just make the decision on what app you're going to be using to record your videos. And finally, figure out how you're going to record the audio, whether that's with an external or internal microphone. And that's it. All you got to do from there is hit that record button, deliver your lines, do your best, have fun doing it. And I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. We release all kinds of videos to help you create better and more videos. My name is Augie Johnston. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.